Welcome to the city of Dublin, where I got to celebrate turning 30 years old. Our visit lasted 48 hours and we truly made sure to use our time to the max by visiting a bunch of attractions and enjoying the Irish culture and food. And I now welcome you to join the journey to Dublin. Hello everyone, my name is Janica and welcome to this video. We have just landed in Dublin, Ireland, and we're gonna be spending here pretty much exactly 48 hours. This trip was a surprise from my fiance as a bit of a birthday gift to me because in a few days I will be turning 30 years old. I am entering a whole nother decade in my life, which is kind of crazy. To celebrate that, we have now come to Dublin for the weekend, and I've been to Ireland as a kid, but I barely remember anything from it. So technically this is my first time in Ireland, my first time in Dublin, and yeah, on this trip we're only going to be in Dublin because we only have 48 hours, but I'm excited to discover a new city and we have lots of exciting things planned for the upcoming days. Today is a Saturday and we're going to be staying here until Monday. We have just jumped on the bus. It was a bit of a hassle getting on the bus here at the airport. We ended up having to wait for a long time. I think there was something going on, I'm not sure, but finally we're on the bus and our first stop where we're heading is going to be our hotel and checking into the hotel and our room. But yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy joining along on this weekend trip to Dublin. I am honestly not sure if I'd use this bus service again if I'd come to Dublin. I thought it was one, quite expensive, and two, we lost a lot of time while waiting for one, and apparently there would also be other alternatives on how to travel to and from the airport. We have just checked into our hotel and it is so lovely. My fiance chose this place. Seems to be a nice location. Really nice, clean room. There's a bathtub. Although we did do a bit of a mistake. We didn't think at all that here you can't use the regular plugins for like charging stuff as you do in the Netherlands, for example, and most countries in Europe. So we actually ended up having to buy an adapter, but luckily they sold these at the hotel and it was only €6. So I was afraid that we would have to go on a mission to find one of these, and I have a lot of stuff that I need to charge. So we're gonna get a little bit settled in, and then we're gonna try and fit in already one activity now for today on our first day here in Dublin. And it's a spot that's right next to our hotel. Right next to our hotel is the Irish Immigration Museum, also known as the EPIC, which is one of the more famous museums here in Dublin. And we thought it is right next to our hotel. It was literally less than 100 meters. We might as well start our visit by coming here. I must say, Ireland is not necessarily a cheap country, I'm coming to realize. For two people, this was now €46, which is quite a steep price for a museum, in my opinion. But let's hope that it is worth it. And yeah, let's go and explore.
I trust such entreaties will be resisted. If not, my shop will be overrun.
This museum is an interactive experience about Ireland's people, history, and global impact. You'll get to learn about the different stereotypes of things like leprechauns and pots of gold and what it means to be Irish through the different stories of those who have emigrated from the country for various different reasons. It is said that there are more than 70 million people worldwide that claim to have Irish heritage and ancestry. So you can just imagine the big impact that these people all around the world have made, becoming things like globally recognized scientists, politicians, poets, artists, and much more. We have now finished at the Epic Museum. I do think it was a great way to start this trip because you get a bit of a glimpse into Ireland and its history. It was smaller than what I was expecting, especially given the price. But I do think it was good in the sense that it was very interactive and stuff, and it was clearly very popular with children as well, and they had all these like Christmas things going on at the moment as well. We're now gonna head into the city center and walk around a bit, and yeah, it's already dark, but it's not even that late. It's like 5:30 or something. And then later on we do have a dinner reservation, but that's not until 8:45. We were a bit late with dinner reservations and a lot of places were already fully booked. Well, this place we were able to get a table, but not until 8:45 then, and that was already after checking several other places. So yeah, if you come to Dublin, especially on weekend, make sure to book in advance because they seem to get fully booked. Okay, some first observations from Dublin. One, it takes really long for the lights to turn green and everyone just seems to be jaywalking. Also, when the light does turn green, you have like 2 seconds time to cross the road. Two, it's like 6 p.m. It is a Saturday, but 6 p.m. and it seems like everybody is already drunk here in Dublin. I think we're gonna walk around a bit and see if we could maybe find some nice pub or something. Go to our first Irish bar in Ireland. Okay, we finish in that flag are next to each other. We've now come to the famous Temple Bar here on Temple Bar Street in Dublin. As you can probably tell, it gets very crowded, especially in the evenings. And yeah, the prices here are definitely on the higher side compared to the rest of the city, but still it's a great place where to stop by, soak up the lively energy and get a bit of a feel for Dublin's nightlife. Good morning from Dublin. I'm having Irish breakfast tea. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's try it out. Tastes like tea. Today is my last ever day in my 20s. I'm about to enter a whole new decade in my life. I don't have like a life crisis about turning 30 necessarily, because I feel like I've got my life pretty well together, but still it's weird to not be in my 20s anymore soon. But I am excited for my 30s and what's to come with it. Lots of great things, I'm sure. I am pumped to still today spend one more great day in my 20s. And what better place to do that than in Dublin, Ireland. Super fun. But yeah, today is our only full day here in Dublin, and we have lots of things that we want to do. We have only one thing that's like pre-booked. Other than that, we have a lot of other places that we really want to visit. But yeah, we're gonna get a little bit ready. I'm gonna enjoy my tea, and then we're gonna go and get a little bit of some breakfast. There's this bakery that I want to try out, and then we're gonna go to that one thing that we have pre-booked for today. You'll see soon what it is. Wow, what a day! The sun is shining. Well, actually it's still morning. It's like a bit past 9 a.m. This is the kind of winter day I love. Crisp, fresh air, sunshine. Oh, so lovely. I have a feeling that today is gonna be a good day. So our first stop today is the Trinity College. We're gonna take a part of something called the Book Experience. You could have also done a tour of the whole university, like a group tour where they explain things, but you're also able to just walk around the university grounds by yourself and explore the beautiful buildings here. So we're gonna do that and then do the book one that you had to buy tickets for. And yeah, it looks really beautiful. It's a proper big university, clearly. Wow, I wish the university I went to would have looked like this. Mine was a tad more modern looking in Turku, I'm afraid. Nothing like this. Oh wow, they have like a huge court here as well, or is that a park? I don't know, but it's really cool. And it's cool like how all the buildings are together. This would be a cool university experience to have for sure, going here. Let me know down in the comments. Is there anyone watching this that is or has studied here? I would like to know. And how was your experience? Was it as nice as I am imagining it to be, or is university always university in the end? The Book of Kells experience includes two different buildings that you get to visit. First, you get to learn about this place and its history and the important work that they store, from which the most famous one is the Book of Kells. The Book of Kells is a medieval manuscript containing the four Gospels, famous for its incredible detailed artwork, and it's considered one of Ireland's greatest cultural treasures. However, taking photos of the book itself was unfortunately not allowed. After you've seen the famous book, you step into the long room, which is probably the most impressive place here. It's basically one of the most iconic libraries in the world, with shelves that stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Currently, however, most of its books are stored elsewhere, as the experts are trying to make sure that they don't get ruined. The big globe that you can see here in the long room library is Gaia. It's a stunning art installation by Luc Jerome that features detailed imagery of Earth, symbolizing its beauty and fragility. The second building that you go to is more of this immersive experience, taking you through a journey about the Long Hall Library and also the Book of Kells.
Itself an act of devotion to God. On its pages, fantastical intertwining creatures inhabit the same world as animals that the scribes might have seen every day.
We have now finished the tour of the Book of Kells. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I do think it was worth the money. Online it said that the book experience takes 2 hours. It also says there's a meeting point. So for me, I thought first it was going to be like a group tour, but it was actually more of a starting point. Then you just go around by yourself. There's also like a free audio guide if you want to. Maybe if you would listen to everything, it would take you 2 hours, but all of it took more like an hour-ish. So maybe better that way, because we still have a lot we want to do and see today. been trying to find the entrance for the Dublin Castle. Instead, we ended up going to two free spots that we accidentally stumbled upon. There was the art gallery and then this museum. So pretty cool that you could visit them for free. And there's also like a lunch spot slash cafe. And you can also order from a little window outside and sit here outside, and it's actually quite the nice day. And we got some hot chocolates. Looks really good. Cheers. Oh yeah, you're right, it's really sweet. It's nice and warm. It's perfect for right now. I actually thought that the Dublin Castle would be an old medieval rock castle. As you can see, I was very, very wrong. This castle was originally built in the 13th century as a fortress to protect the city. Later, it became the seat of the British administration in Ireland. Today, it's used for state events and is open for visitors to explore. Inside, you'll find lavish rooms, elegant courtyards, and state apartments, which are full of history and stunning decor. Wow, this Dublin Castle is amazing. First of all, it was much cheaper than many of the other attractions. It was only €8 the entrance, which was great. Secondly, it is beautiful. And thirdly, there's almost no one here. So far, Dublin's been pretty crowded everywhere. We've probably been also visiting the most popular spots and streets and stuff. But yeah, I was expecting there to be more people in such a grand place. That's not even that expensive, so that's a pleasant surprise. We have now come for some lunch to the oldest pub in Dublin. Actually, not only the oldest pub in Dublin, the oldest pub in Ireland. So that's pretty cool. Called the Brazen Head. It seems pretty big. There's like different rooms. Thank you. No worries. Yeah, thanks. Oh my god, I ordered a cider and it's... Is that mine? Oh my god, it's mine. Look at the size of that bottle. It's the size of my head. I ordered some Irish beef stew. That sounds really good and like the perfect meal for a cold winter day like today. I do love how many dishes are served with potato mash here in Ireland. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you should try it all. That's really good. Super hot. It's like proper chunks of beef. Delicioso. So there seems to be two major big cathedrals here in Dublin, and we were quite debating on which one to go to because for both you have to pay entrance, and yeah, we decided that we're gonna choose one of them. There's the St. Patrick's Church, and then there is the Christ Church Cathedral. So I did some research. The St. Patrick's Church is the more bigger, more grand, and maybe the more impressive church. It's also the biggest church in Ireland and probably the most famous one. Then this Christ Church Cathedral. This was apparently a little bit more cozy, a bit more medieval, and I think older as well. So it was a choice between like a cozy old cathedral versus a really big grand one, although this one also looks quite big. But we decided to now come to the Christ Church instead because honestly I thought that sounded more appealing, and it also happened to be really close by to the lunch spot where we just went to. Let's go and check out what it looks like on the inside. This cathedral is unfortunately closed, so I think we're gonna head to the St. Patrick's Cathedral instead. Okay, I just googled, luckily I did before we started walking, and the St. Patrick's Cathedral is closed as well. Apparently that one closes already at 14:30 on Sundays. It was just not meant to be today. Let's go and walk around the city and enjoy the ambience of Dublin. I also don't mind doing that. I was just thinking for myself that I'm craving something sweet, and then we happened to walk past a place that just somehow looked really inviting. A little cookie shop, so we decided to go in. Clearly it's popular, they were already almost sold out for the day, but they still had some cookies left. We both went for, I think it was like dark chocolate, and what was in it? Hazelnuts? Walnut? Dark chocolate, walnut, but like a chocolate chip cookie, so let's try it out. They give you a spoon because it's a thick cookie. I love it when a cookie is salty. The sweet chocolate and the salty cookie. So good. It's a lot though. Has a lot of chocolate. Wow. Very rich. else that surprised me about Dublin is how busy it is. Yesterday, it was a Saturday, so I was kind of thinking it's busy because it's a Saturday. Now when we're on that shopping street, wow, so much people. Yeah, I don't know, in the Netherlands where I live, on Sundays it's usually a little bit more calmer, but not here. Here everybody was out and about shopping for Christmas. Currently, we're actually on our way back to the hotel because we're starting to feel like we need a bit of a break. We've been out and about since 9 a.m. Now it's 5 p.m., but because of the darkness, it actually feels much later than what it is. But yeah, I think we're gonna take a bath, relax, just do nothing for a little bit. And then later on, let's see if we'll go for dinner or just drinks. At the moment, we're still feeling quite full. First, let's take a well-deserved rest here in between.
Joe, I keep letting you in the jungle. Come up with it. Some fade away. So I start a revolution from my bed. She knows it's too late as we walk it on by. And so, slide to bed. Treasure chest, golden round the island, a beautiful Castile. My blues away.
Good morning and happy 30th birthday to me. Today we're gonna start my birthday by going to the Guinness experience. Do I like Guinness? Not really. Do I like beer? Not really, but I felt like it's something fun to do and a bit of a must-do thing here in Dublin to go and check it out. In a way, it's actually quite a funny way to start a new decade in my life, to go and experience the Guinness Storehouse and drink some Guinness. I'm guessing, I think it said that like one drink or something is included. And I also saw that they have a really nice restaurant there as well. So maybe we can then after the tour have a nice birthday lunch for me. Yeah, just been getting ready. We're about to check out soon. Goodbye, hotel room. You were really nice and I will miss you. We have arrived to the Guinness Storehouse. It is currently 9:45 a.m. on a Monday. And it said online that this place doesn't open till 10, like 10 o'clock is the earliest tour you can get to. There's a proper line. I thought we were arriving too early and that we would be the first ones here waiting that the doors open, but no. There's a lot of people here on a Monday morning waiting to get into the Guinness Storehouse, so that's really funny. Also to the cab driver, I said like, oh yeah, we're going bright and early. And he said, oh, it's never too early. And then when we were kind of like saying like, whoa, there's such a queue, the cab driver also said, yeah, lots of alcoholics here. Yeah, the reason why we're here so early is that these were actually the last available tickets.
Our founder, Arthur Guinness, would never have imagined that we'd all be standing here today when he began his journey back in 1759. He began that journey by signing this lease for 9,000 years. A very big commitment, but we believe Arthur was a man of great vision.
The Guinness Storehouse is one of Dublin's most famous attractions. It's where you can learn all about the history of Guinness from its beginnings in 1759 to the iconic beer that it is today. Inside of the storehouse, you'll find interactive exhibits showing things like how Guinness is brewed and how it is marketed. It's both a fun and informative experience, giving you a real taste of the Guinness culture here in Dublin. And even if you're not a huge beer fan like me, it is still a very fun experience to take a part of. Oh.
for 2 or 3 seconds. Swallow and exhale through your nose. You're going to get a few different flavours here. The sweetness on the tip of your tongue from the malted barley. Creamy, rich.
So you end the tour by coming to the 7th floor and the bar that they have here. As included in your tour is a pint of Guinness. And from here you have 360-degree view over Dublin. So that is really, really cool. Tastes like beer.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't? It tastes like a kind of beer. I'll drink a bit just for the sake of it, but you can have like rest.
The whole thing?
I'll drink like maybe a third. I must say, when sitting here and looking at these hills, we were just talking that it makes us want to go and get a car and drive towards those Irish hills. It looks so inviting. We definitely will be back in Ireland to explore the rest of the country. It looks just like seeing the hills here from the distance. It looks amazing. Like looking at them makes me want to go on an adventure. I swear I've really been trying to drink this Guinness. This is the dent that I made. Seems like I haven't even taken a sip, but you can have it. That's enough Guinness for me. I'm more enjoying these views, to be honest. It's really nice. So we knew that they have a restaurant here at the Storehouse, but there's actually 3 restaurants to choose from. They're all on the 5th floor. And we decided to go for a place called 1837. These restaurants don't open until 12, and it's now 12:02. We are the first customers of the day, which is maybe a good thing because we got an amazing table. We have such beautiful views, and this is like really a nice proper restaurant. This is the perfect place where to have my birthday lunch with an amazing view. The menu sounds pretty good. They have Guinness stew, Guinness glazed beef short rib. Hi, good,
Hi.
thank you. Can I just have a Coke Zero? Thanks. They also have Caesar salad, pigs in the green. This sounds good. Ultimate steak sandwich. Char-grilled sirloin, rich pulled beef, sourdough baguette, crispy onions, horseradish mayo with pepper sauce and fries. Wow, people have clearly been feeding these seagulls for them to come here. Wait, let me show you guys. There's a seagull looking at us. Yeah, they also have different seafood, all kinds of things. My portion just came out. That is a birthday meal, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Let's put some pepper sauce.
I'm supposed to put that over the steak.
Yeah, I think so, but I'll pour some of it over and some of it leave for dipping. Wait, you should try this. The meat is like a medium rare on this steak. It's quite tender, the meat, for being a sandwich. Wow. Tender meat, the creaminess of the pepper sauce, the crispiness of the onion. It's an amazing combination. experience at the Guinness Storehouse was really, really nice. Wow, this horse is not in a good mood. The food was really good, like it was really well done, everything. First I thought, would it be a bit weird to go on the morning tour? There wasn't really any other options left, so I was thinking like, is that weird for us to do a morning tour? But actually, I think it was better this way, because now we got to visit before it got really crowded. We were some of the first people who went to the bar, so we were able to get an amazing view by the window. By the time we left, it was so full that people were standing, like there wasn't enough seats. Same thing with the restaurant. We got the best spot. So yeah, actually going on a 10 a.m. tour to the Guinness Storehouse was great. I highly recommend it for anyone. I must say, even if I don't like Guinness, I really enjoyed it. By the way, this area near the storehouse is giving me proper Peaky Blinders vibes. It's pretty cool. Even though I've never actually watched the show. Maybe I should. And so we are back at the airport and it is time to head back home. But I have had an absolutely amazing 48 hours in Dublin. I fell in love with the city. It was so cool. I do feel like we got to do a lot considering the amount of time that we had. But I still think it didn't at any point become too much or too stressful or overwhelming. We were still able to do everything with quite a relaxed pace and everything. So it was really, really nice. And this has definitely inspired us to do another trip to Ireland and hopefully do a road trip here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed joining this video. Maybe if you're planning a trip to Dublin, maybe this helped you see a bit what it's like and form an itinerary for yourself. There was definitely things we didn't have time for. For example, I would have really liked to visit at least one of the cathedrals, and I also would have liked to do this tour in a prison that you can do. About a week ago when we were booking everything, that one was already fully booked, and it was fully booked until like 3 weeks from now. So clearly if you want to visit the prison and do a tour there, you gotta be early with your tickets. I'll know that for next time. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel to join the journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again on my next adventure. Bye bye.